64 Tacos Podcasts presents Is This Song Good? This is episode 31, Christmas Music Special.
Welcome back to a very special episode of Is This Song Good? We're going to be talking about Christmas music, holiday music, and we have a special guest, Matt, with us today. Because we all know, the three of us know he has a very strong opinion on Christmas music, despite not having much opinion on other music. Yeah. So, I guess for me, I'll let Matt start. Let's see what Matt thinks about Christmas music.
Okay. It's awful.
Now, Matt, you've worked in retail since a very young age.
Yeah.
And I think that may have an influence on your take on Christmas music, being inundated with it for days at a time. As the holiday season descends upon us,
Yeah. It's just too much, and it's all awful. It's just bad music.
No, I will disagree with you on that. I feel like, yes, most Christmas music is awful, and it's poorly produced, and it's generic and all that. But there are a few Christmas albums or a few Christmas songs here or there that when you listen to them in small doses, much like minimalism, I can enjoy it. Like I don't mind if a Sinatra Christmas song comes on, or any of the old Rat Pack guys, I guess, because they're talented musicians to begin with, and they've got the kind of the voice and style that makes me think positive things about Christmas. Now it's when you get inundated with the nonstop barrage of overly cartoony Christmas music and the pop singer, their latest version of whatever garbage Christmas song. That's where I have a problem. And then also the fact that it's not even, at the time of recording this, it's not even Thanksgiving yet. And I've heard lots and lots of Christmas music out and about at the grocery store and whatnot. That is the real problem for me. If it's just an occasional song here or there, and it's a well-recorded, well-done song, I don't mind listening to it. But 8 hours straight for 2 months in a row is way too much.
I would like Christmas music.
It's way more than 2 months nowadays.
Yeah. I would like Christmas music if it was played on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day after Christmas, and that was it. And then then it would be a special, exciting thing, and you could enjoy it as I remember Christmas when you were a kid's great. When you're an adult, whatever. It just isn't like a huge amount of excitement. Although it's fun to give people gifts and stuff and get together with family and have a nice meal. That's all great stuff. But because that's great stuff, they try to cram it down your throat so you will give them more money. That's the underlying goal, right? So when I hear it, when I don't want to hear it, it just makes me angry and hate it. So I shouldn't hate it, but I do hate it because I'm forced to listen to it when I don't want to.
Yeah. It's because of the lack of Thanksgiving songs that we have to endure it.
It's because of the fucking pizza, really.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I want songs about stuffing my face and
Halloween
turkey
songs. More Halloween songs.
I think all we have are
there's the Monster Mash.
Yeah.
And the Monster Mash.
Scary soundtracks, scores of movies. But no,
trust me, there's no shortage of Halloween music.
Yeah. I agree with you guys that it's like there's it's too much. It's too much when they start it early, and it's too much when it's really, really overproduced poppy stuff. I went through a phase when I was working retail where I just basically boycotted all Christmas music. And then once I kind of came around from that, I just listened to only, Sufjan Stevens, like five or 6 disc box set of Christmas music that, he both covered songs that he really liked, and then he made up his own Christmas songs along the way, and I really appreciate it. And I've always loved his soft angelic voice. I think that really fits the style. But yeah, that was like all I wanted to listen to for a very long time, and then I've slowly come around to it, and gotten back into like the Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas songs and stuff.
Now I know you're crazy.
Actually, I did find this thing a while back called sludge. It's like someone took all the Alvin and the Chipmunk songs and like slowed them down so that the vocals sounded normal, and then but all of the music sounded like really, really slow. It's kind of fun but also depressing.
I would imagine that sounds like the Melvins. Basically,
yeah, pretty much.
Melvin and the
Chipmunks. That's kind of cool, actually, though. Yeah, but I think you probably put Christmas music on mostly for kids, right? I mean, that's why in your everyday life you would put it on. I say this because I never put it on, and I have no kids.
Yeah, we don't listen to any Christmas music until after Thanksgiving, and then it's kind of sparse. We kind of throw it in there, like when we're driving around in the car and stuff, and sometimes not even until like if we go and do like a light whatever, drive around and look for like Christmas lights, get some hot cocoa, drive around. Look at what kind of Christmas displays people have put up in different neighborhoods, like go to the really rich neighborhoods to see their massive, Clark W. Griswold level of lights. And that's when we'll listen. It sort of, adds to the whole event and the feel of it. But the rest of the time, it's not really that necessary. And yeah, it's like hard to find really good stuff. I mean, I like, like the Smashing Pumpkins Christmas song that they did. And for some charity event thing. And, I'll look for different cover songs of Christmas songs that already exist or have existed for a long time, but are done in kind of like a new way. And
so last year I put together a playlist that was posted on the website of Christmas songs, and it's got 12 songs on it, but it was kind of tough getting 12 songs that I actually really enjoyed listening to that had a little bit of variety too, to put them together for a playlist that I would actually want to share with people. And that Smashing Pumpkins songs that you're talking about is on that one.
Yeah.
So there's definitely enjoyable Christmas music out there, but the problem is there's so much bad, and it's just so persistent for the holiday season.
So I have a quick question for you three. How do your wives feel about Christmas music?
Jamie likes it. We will listen to Christmas music when we're setting up our Christmas decorations, Thanksgiving weekend. We'll listen to Christmas music during, like, if we're celebrating Christmas, having dinner or presents or whatnot. But Jamie definitely likes it. I don't know that she'll necessarily like back when CDs were a thing. She would probably put her Sinatra CD, Christmas CD, in the car for Christmas, but that would be the extent of how much she would seek it out. And I don't know what she does now that CDs are no longer viable.
Teresa is about the same as I am, kind of indifferent, likes it at certain times, but mostly could care less. I think a large part of the influence of that is having worked in retail.
Right.
So that affects, and it's a long-term thing. Like it is, it's gone away, now that we're out of the retail spectrum, but we're,
Oh no!
it's
Watch
it. Definitely still there.
I'll edit that out.
Watch it.
Okay. I thought that was the magic word of the day.
Well,
the word on the street,
it gets people interested. But Jamie used to work in retail, right, Dave?
Yeah, a long time ago. It's been a very long time. But yeah, she worked at the mall for several years actually. But it was also just a part-time job while she was in college. So it wasn't like a full-time career type thing. What about Gretchen?
Matt, what about Gretchen?
Gretchen likes it. She listens to it. I don't know, off and on throughout the whole season and a little more, I guess. But like one time we were going up to her parents on Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, I think it was Thanksgiving Day. So she put it on. She put on the radio station that played the Christmas music. And we drove for a half hour and not one song came on.
Because of commercials?
It was all commercials. It was just like a solid half hour of commercials. And that's my problem with the whole Christmas thing is it's such a veiled, thing about just trying to sell stuff.
I don't think there's any veil anymore.
Yeah.
But that exactly. It feels cynical, so it's hard to enjoy. Also, they don't moderate how much they give you. They're like, let's just go for it, and we'll shove it. They don't care how many people they alienate as long as they get enough people to buy stuff. It's
like a drug. It's like, you get addicted to this drug and you keep needing more and more and more to get that same high. And that's what Christmas is. Like, we just need it to go longer to keep people on this level of happiness. And soon it'll be, 3 months and then 4 months. By the time I left retail, it was always Christmas. You had like 8 months of getting ready for Christmas, then 2 months of Christmas, and then 2 months of cleaning up after Christmas. It was always Christmas.
Yeah. And I think stores don't really make money without Christmas. I mean, I think they maybe break even for most of the year and then rake it in, starting with Black Friday all the way through the Christmas season. So they need it. They're desperate, which is why they extend it as far as they feel like they can possibly get away with.
Which is why they're opening up on Thanksgiving Day now, which is completely unfair to these retail employees who get 1 day before the big storm.
My last year or two working at the Sears Auto Center, which is now, of course, closed because Sears is, turning into a black hole nova. So I was in there scheduled on like the early in the I don't think I ever had to go on Christmas Day, but I'd have to show up like at 3 a.m. on Black Friday, to do like tires and brake work and stuff. And it was like, well, no one's, first of all, they had this delusion that they were going to sell tires all day long, like hotcakes, which never happened in any of the years I was there. Because who's buying tires, And then, but you're hey,
they'll drop their car off with us and then go shop at the mall. It's like,
that's the
dream. They want to be able to leave the second they can leave.
Yeah, you get a few, but it wasn't like this big, but everyone had to be scheduled and we were open for so long. So you're in there sitting there and you're like, cool. I'm used to making money by working on suspensions and brake systems. Now, no one's definitely not coming in for that. If anything, you'll get some oil changes, tires, and batteries. Batteries is the most likely because people are desperate because their car is dead. But so you're sitting there and you woke up at 2 a.m. to come into work. You're there for like 10 hours and you make no money, and you're like, great. I'm so glad that I've been able to support, Sears Roebuck. surely this will drag them into the future. Oh wait, they're dying anyway. It doesn't matter. So yeah, that was fantastic. I was super happy with that. Glad I'm not there anymore.
And you got to listen to Christmas music while you were doing it.
Yeah.
Well,
It all comes back together.
The nice thing is out in the shop, no one had Christmas music on. So at least I got to avoid that.
Oh, really?
They wanted to keep their stereo.
Yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of the mechanics had the gall to turn it on. That's for sure. And I'm sure it was playing in the waiting area, you know, with the CSAs and stuff.
When I worked at Sears, the shop had speakers that were piping in what was coming in from the store, and it was always, you know, Christmas music at that time.
I vaguely remember. I mean, we worked together there briefly. I vaguely remember that.
Yep. That one was attached though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an attached one. You could hear it because you could walk right into to a menswear directly from the auto center. So I guess it makes sense that it would all be connected. But the other ones I worked at, where none of them were attached, and so we did not have that issue.
Yep.
Hey, Berto. Oh man, that was not the best place to work ever. But you know,
nope.
So you get when you get a retailer, like a clothes retailer in a mall, who wants to do auto work. It's not the best.
Yeah.
So I think we're off topic now. But yeah, Christmas music sucks. Is that pretty much the consensus?
What would you consider to be like your favorite Christmas song if you had to choose one?
I would choose the Bing Crosby, David Bowie, Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy duet.
That is amazing.
It's so good.
It's so bizarre.
It's the most bizarre thing you'll ever see.
The first time I heard that, my mind was blown.
Yeah, I don't know what it was recorded for, but you know, it's a video and it's the two of them. David Bowie plays the neighbor who comes over and sees that Bing has a piano, so they start singing a duet. But they're not even singing the same song. They're singing two different songs.
I have not even seen this. I need to go watch
the
this.
video I haven't seen.
Yeah, the video's amazing. You have to watch it. And the song is good. I mean, they're both very good singers. You know, the songs are pretty elementary. They're not terribly complicated songs, but they do a great job with them. So if there were one Christmas song I had to hear, it would definitely be that one. What about you, Dan?
Gosh, I don't know. When I was a little kid, I loved Joy to the World, you know, and the hymn in church. Mm-hmm. That was my favorite Christmassy hymn. By
Three Dog Night, right?
Yeah, that's probably the one. That's what the Christian Reformed are into. There's, you know, like the Sufjan Stevens that Zach mentioned. I think there's a Jimmy Eat World Christmas song. There's this Pumpkins one. There's a few random like Christmassy songs on just regular albums from bands that I'll listen to. One of those, I guess. I can't really think of a very specific one. I very rarely actually play anything related to Christmas on Christmas or around Christmas. So it's just not a thing that I ever really think about. But those sort of like band versions, you know, or honestly songs that aren't Christmas songs, but bands have written a song that is related to Christmas in some way for one reason or another. That's probably
right. Like Tom Petty's "It's Christmas All Over Again."
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah, that might be one of the best ones. I want a Rickenbacker guitar. Yeah, that's great. I enjoy that one. That's a good one. Yeah, for sure. I'll claim that one.
Zach, what about you? I'm going to make Matt go last.
Okay. I really like Jingle Bell Rock. I don't even really know who it's by, but I just like that old timey feel of it. And I think it was in Home Alone or whatever. So it gives me fond memories of watching that movie as a young lad.
I would imagine it's been recorded 100 times, you know, over the last century.
The Marilyn Manson version is probably a little bit better for me, though.
Yeah, better than the Bobby Helms version.
Yeah, with zero baggage whatsoever attached to Marilyn Manson, so that's what makes it great.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. If you had to pick one Christmas song, what would it be?
If I had to pick one, I think it'd be something without any lyrics to it.
So go ahead.
Like what's that band that does the
Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Mannheim?
Mannheim Steamroller?
Them.
Mannheim Steamroller is another one too, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you hear those in movies and stuff, and I think they're fun to listen to, and they don't like throw it in my face that they're about Christmas. So that's what I'd go with.
All right, cool. Well, there you have it. Christmas music sucks, but maybe there's a couple songs you can listen to. Thanks for listening to our Christmas special. We'll probably be getting back at recording the Is This Song Good here in a few weeks, maybe just after the new year. So we'll look forward to recording those for you.
I caught it on audio.